We're going out on a very, very special mission.
They say that the feeling that they had after they were finished is just the best feeling in the world, that they save another person's life.
I think that if he did not have his transplant today, he would only have days to weeks to live.
They said no, the situation it became an emergency and they want to go ahead and schedule it right away. So here we are.
Good morning. It is 5:30 a.m. We're going out on a very, very special mission. I guess I'm sitting up front. Hello, good morning, how are you? What are we doing today?
We're having a liver transplant for a baby today.
Wow, what is a liver transplant? Can you actually give up your liver?
Well, you can give away a part of your liver depending on the case, how much they need. Give up to, I think, up to 70% of your liver to another person.
So you actually cut off a piece and give it to someone?
Yeah. And it completely grows back, it regenerates. It's the only organ in the body that regrows.
So when did you get involved in liver transplant? When did you figure out that there is such a thing that you could actually give a liver?
So I was just involved in a couple of cases over the years that I witnessed, that people who they had liver disease and they got transplanted and they're totally fine today.
Wow. Does it save lives?
Totally.
What happens to someone who doesn't get a transplant?
1 in 5 people who are sitting and waiting for a transplant die.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it is very important.
Yes. The waiting period is the worst. There are approximately in the United States 10,000 people that are waiting on a list trying to get a liver transplant.
Wow. So you found a way to speed up the process, you're saying?
So what we do is, if there's a Hamish person that's looking for a match, we try to help them find the match by reaching out to the Hamish community. People should get tested and to hopefully find them a donor as soon as possible. So you have your own database? Yeah, so we have a couple of different ways that we try to reach people, which between calling and texting and WhatsApp and those type of communication. Wow.
Who is the patient today?
The patient today is a 12-week-old baby.
12-week-old baby?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Is it not dangerous? Like you're putting in a liver that's bigger than him? Or the liver is not too big?
Well, for a baby, they take out a little less. They don't have to take up that much, but it's literally necessary to save his life. A Hamish baby from Borough Park.
Wow. And the donor is also a Hamish from Borough Park?
The donor, I believe, is coming from Muncie. The call from when I got the call that we need to have find the match for the baby, I right away we have an in-house designer that started putting together like a poster. And we sent out all over the place a thing that if there's a baby that needs a transplant, if anybody's a match with a blood type. Within a day or two, we had approximately 15-20 callbacks.
Wow. And
6 emails of people that were right away ready to test because they felt so bad because it was a baby. It made it even more heartwarming.
So on the pamphlet, on the flyer, it said that it's a young baby.
We had in the background was a picture of the actual picture of the baby.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Why would a person agree to cut his liver?
There are many people who have given a kidney and they say that the feeling that they had after they were finished is just the best feeling in the world, that they save another person's life.
Wow.
And then it comes and they hear this thing about a liver, they want to do it again. So usually by every regular case, the hospital only lets us test 1 person at a time.
Okay.
To see if they're a match. But when it came to this case, from when it's a tiny baby, they wanted to speed up the process and they let us test 3 at a time.
How does the phone call process go to the donor? Hey, you're a match. Are you willing to do it? Who does that?
So they go through a lot of testing and then they get a call back from the doctor that they're a match. And then we help them with the process to get.
Are there people who backed
scheduling.
off last second?
Yes. We just had that.
Wow.
With a different case. That we went through the whole process of finding someone. They did we had a bunch of people testing, found a match, and then when it came to scheduling a time, the person got nervous. And
why do you think that happened?
I guess it's not easy. It's
Yeah.
a big deal. It's a
scary.
surgery. It's a scary surgery. So you can't blame them.
Yeah.
They have to be comfortable.
Okay, we're arriving in 3 minutes. I'm excited. The inspiring part for me is to see the donors, because the recipient doesn't have a choice. You know,
Right.
for him this is important. This is something he's doing anyway. But the donor, for them to stop their life and go out of their comfort zone and do a risky thing for another, just to save someone's life. I'm assuming they're not making any money off this.
Nope.
They're not making any money, right?
Nope.
They don't get promised chalazus
Nothing.
from the government, gunish.
No.
So this is a what do you call this? A
Mitzvah.
selfless choice.
A mitzvah lishma.
Mitzvah lishma, mamish. Okay, so what is happening now? We thought there's valet, and we have to drive to the parking, and we put away the cameras already, the regular cameras. Now I'm filming only on the GoPro. Hopefully I can get some footage of the entrance, because security in general in the entire world don't like cameras, right?
The nurses and the doctors.
Nurses and doctors get so much food, which is nice. I think it's definitely worth it for them to do these transplants. Putting out the camera in the hospital normally. So I'm filming with the GoPro. Verstehst? This is a ganze situation. We had too much food and we were too many people coming in at once. So sie gewohnt a ganze Chandarosh, verstehst? So jetzt we're splitting units, and hopefully we can get in with this food. We went, where did we go? We went to the donor. Yeah, so we dropped off half the food by the donor, and then the other half food. Now we're crossing the street to another building, and we're going to the pediatric. To the recipient, pediatric, right. Pediatric is a whole nother building, look. So we have to walk like another 2 blocks. Now it's morning already. It took like an hour just to get in, and the whole, he tells me, he looks into my bag and he says, I see you have a nice camera. Not in the hospital. You're about whatever. He said like 7 languages of warnings. So it's in my bag. I just walk around with it all the time.
We just arrived at Columbia Hospital, and we're here by a 12-week-old baby that's going in for liver surgery in a couple of minutes. We came just to say hi to the team, meet the doctors, we put them some food, and Siyata D'Shmaya, everything's gonna go well. So right now the donor is going into surgery, and we just met with the baby's family, checked up on them. We met with the doctors and nurses. Everything seems to be running on schedule. We put out the notification with the photo of the baby. We got like the biggest response ever. When people say a photo of the baby, it's heartwarming.
What did you sit here?
Yes.
Okay, so let me find a normal frame.
We're doing a liver transplant on a 2-month-old. This is a more difficult transplant. This is a small child. What the child has is relatively unusual. Transplants are high-risk sport. You know, things go wrong, people die. The survivals, surprisingly, are amazing. The other thing that I think is a testament to this baby is the person that's donating has no personal relationship with this baby, right? So this is what we call a non-directed. We used to call it altruistic donor, but non-directed donor. So this is someone that, with an outcry from the community regarding a need for a liver, that they've sacrificed themselves for someone they don't have a relationship with. I mean, I think you always have a relationship with other people, but I'm talking about a blood relationship. And I think that's a testament to not only the strength of the community, the strength of will of these individuals, but also the technique we use removing the liver laparoscopically that permits lower risk and lower morbidity for the donor. So this is an exciting, a small baby with an altruistic donor is beautiful. So.
We are waiting outside of Dr. Iman's office, and we're hoping to get a nice interview. Wow, there's a beautiful view over here. Beautiful view. Beautiful view. I don't know if you can see the whole thing, but the thing is, what got me very much is that when we came in, all the staff, the nurses and the doctors, all of them were very, very surprised and touched. Some of them got teared up, knowing that the donor is non-related. The whole thing with getting the right footage, it's been very, very hard. They don't allow really cameras in the whole thing, but we're trying over here, okay? Okay, let me just make sure this is...
So what do you use for the sound? The built-in mic?
That thing.
Oh, this thing
Yeah,
transmits to what?
To this. Yeah.
Today we have the privilege of taking care of a little baby who has a sick liver, who's in quite serious condition. And thanks to the generosity of a wonderful young woman who's decided to donate part of her liver, we are able to save this baby's life. I think that if he did not have his transplant today, he would only have days to weeks to live. We are one of the leading centers, particularly when using living donor transplants to save these children. People who have chosen to save someone's life without knowing the patient or the family. It's remarkable. And today is a very special day because it's the first time we are using the robot, thereby making it even safer and more precise. In fact, it's possible for the donor to go home in just 2 or 3 days, unlike 7 to 8 days if it's done by opening the body. Between 12 and 1 o'clock, the new liver will arrive. It will be a triangular shape. Once the blood is flowing through the liver, it comes to life. It starts making life-saving proteins and other molecules that the baby needs. There's a lovely family and a lovely community supporting him. And so this is something really special, and it will save lives if more people can do it.
Elevators and hallways and more elevators and more hallways, and there's a bridge. It just doesn't end. Look at that thing. It says "Stay Amazing" from the outside. I don't know if you can see it. This little cooler that he's taking along. We bought it for the food, but everybody thinks that he's transporting an organ. Okay, that's what it looks like, I think. This is live in the OR.
4th floor.
Right now my wife is in the operating room donating her liver, and I'm outside waiting for when she comes out to be here. My wife came to me and told me she wants to donate her liver, and there's an organization that does it, and they're going to follow along with us if I'm okay with it. And I said, yeah, I'm fine. If she wants to go ahead with it, I'm ready to support her.
What happens to a person? She wakes up one morning and she decides to donate the liver.
She donated a kidney. After the kidney, she said, okay, well, now what else? I want to help more people. How can I help more people?
Wow.
I'm very proud of my wife. It takes a lot of guts to do it. I'm not sure I would be able to do it. So yes, we're all very proud of her.
I can tell you that the nurses and the doctors were very emotional to see that it's a non-related donor.
An altruistic donor, yeah.
They were very emotional about it, and also the baby itself. Well, once I saw him, I went in. It was...
I know, I got emotional. I saw the picture yesterday of the baby. I got emotional about it, and it actually reinforced, like, yeah, whatever we have to go through, somebody has to do it. Somebody has to save the baby, and if my wife is up for it, I'll do what little I can to help support it.
The doctor also told me that he would give him days or weeks if it wouldn't be this transplant.
I know, yeah, that's right. So originally they said that, oh, she was supposed to come in today for an evaluation, and then they were going to make a decision. and then that could be another month, another 2 months, and then all of a sudden, last week or this week even, they said no, the situation it became an emergency, and they want to go ahead and schedule it right away.
Wow.
And here we are.
So what would you say a message to someone else who's considering?
So the way I look at it, everybody has to do it. There's somebody out there that needs a liver, needs a kidney. It goes for anything. If you can help somebody and you could do it, you're physically capable of doing it, you have the support behind you that you can do it, definitely you have to do it.
We should be able to be by the Sida Sedoya together. Yeah, it's a shame. We didn't have LA parking because we came too early, right? Yeah. And now we have to walk back a few blocks till the parking lot. Wow, what an inspiration. What an inspiration.
It's a schis, so we can help out these people and we can find the match and we can save a life. It's priceless.
It's literally saving a life. We sat by the doctor, he said the baby has like days or weeks.
Yeah.
And mamash, you know, coming into that room and seeing that baby, oh my gosh, it got me so hard.
Yeah.
I actually have a small baby at home, Baruch Hashem, and it was, whew.
The biggest benefit is that we're familiar in the field. We have a nurse on staff. We know the doctors, we have a relationship with them because we've been dealing already with many people. If there's ever an issue, a patient needs a favor or something, we can always go directly to the surgeon, directly to the doctor, ask him the questions that they have or the concerns and take care of it.
Yankee, how was it?
What a day it was.
What a day.
Amazing.
What a day.
Yeah.